Mainstream with Jason Carr starts now.
You know they're making fun of you back there.
I know it. That's all right.
Bring me sunshine with your smile. Bring me laughter all the while. Good morning on a Monday from the Local 4 newsroom. This is the Jason Carr Experiment, also known as the 9:15-ish. Thank you for the courtesy laugh, Everett.
Live studio audience.
Eddie Murphy was used to performing for a live studio audience in his day. He was the best, Sonny. Eddie, he was the best. Stand-up comedian in his time, in his era.
Early 80s?
Yeah, well, he's mulling a return to stand-up, supposedly. He was on Kimmel the other night and hinted that he might get back in front of crowds, but he doesn't own any leather suits anymore. He told Jimmy, no more leather suits. But oh, remember that coat?
Yeah.
That was iconic. Man, did I want that jacket from the second Beverly Hills Cop movie. Great stuff. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah.
It came out in '87.
And the first one and the second one are just as good. Third one?
Yeah, third one's in the amusement park, I think, isn't it? Or is that another 48 hours?
And I think the best character from that was Gil Hill. I mean, his...
I can't say the line.
We can't
having
repeat these
his
things,
posterior removed. Where did you find this about the ancient Mayan book?
You know, I saw this on Reddit.
I'll let you do this.
Roll Year Codex, and it was it's known as genuine now. It's been declared as genuine. Before it was discovered in 1966 in a cave in Mexico, and it was always believed to be a fake. But now they're declaring it as genuine, and it is 900-year-old astronomy guide detailing...
Astronomy, not astrology, right?
Astronomy. Detailing the movement of Venus, and it was a 104-year long calendar. Anyways, this is the oldest piece of writing found in the Americas. So this is kind of a big deal.
This is your intellectual contribution to this fine digital program here.
Do I join you or not?
I'll call you over. I gotta get through. I'll just go, Rod! Rod Maloney's going to join us here in a second. He's going to talk a little Ford Motor Company. So, how was the weekend, by the way, John? Did you have a good weekend?
Weekend was lovely. I went up north and did some canoeing on the Pine River, and it rained the whole time. The whole time.
All right, next, butt jeans.
Butt lifting jeans.
I'm sorry, butt lifting jeans, not just butt jeans. But butt lifting jeans.
These are out of Colombia. This is the biggest fad over the last 15 years. Are these jean manufacturers? Every pair is unique to each other, decorated and all sorts of bedazzling and things like that. But there's
bedazzling, you say?
Yes, bedazzling.
Remember when everybody had a bedazzler for about 5 seconds?
Every jean jacket. But
everybody
these
had
ones,
one of those things, kind of like a pet rock or a Rubik's Cube or something like that. So this is all the rage in Colombia.
Yes, and somehow they're designed with a high waistband and more cloth in one area to lift the buttocks.
Bring me sunshine with your smile. I found this over the weekend. I was standing in line at Kroger, and I looked up. Can you take that full or no?
Oh, yeah.
This is a photo I took with my phone at Kroger on Saturday. Hillary's pens completely stocked. I didn't see an empty slot in the box. All but one of the Donald's pens sold out. $13 for a talking pen, and Donald Trump's were almost sold out.
Now, I can't tell, but it looks like the mouths move there.
I don't know.
I can see the lines on it.
Well, at any rate, I put this on my Facebook page, and it got shared something like 330 some odd times. Mm-hmm. And people were weighing in with funny thoughts, rancor, assertions that this is this is indicative of how it's going to go, or indicative of our society at large.
I mean, it could mean nothing, but this could show what kind of support there is out there, or what kind of voters are looking at. It's very interesting. Hillary has been diagnosed with pneumonia and Donald Trump had just said that he wishes her a speedy recovery and that she's good for the debate coming up
after
soon.
doubting her health.
Yes, well,
You know, her fitness to be president because of health concerns or whatever. But now we're looking for Rod Maloney. Rod! Woo, Rod! Rod Maloney!
here he comes.
Beckoning him from the morning meeting. Hey, Dustin. The personage known as Rod Maloney is going to appear.
Do I sit?
There's your mic, and it's one of those mics you have to. It's like a rock and roll mic.
Okay, all right.
Oh, you don't have to sit. I can
Oh, I
stand.
don't have to sit? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can stand. All right. So what is this? It says here something about Local 4's Rod Maloney is heading to Dearborn today to ride in the autonomous Ford Fusion on public roads.
Yes. It's the Fusion that they're going to have in 2021 that they promised. That's going to be, they're going to use it in a ride-sharing service by 2021.
Okay.
And I think that we need to be sort of careful about the way we talk about the autonomous vehicle and what it's really going to be.
Let's get you in the light a little bit
Okay.
here. Right.
And the one thing that you need to understand is that it will initially come out not as a vehicle for you necessarily, especially when you consider what happened to Tesla in the last week. The Tesla is now saying that the automatic driving thing, the car didn't have the upgraded software, and so the guy died. There are huge problems with this thing. It's a technology that's very distant still. And so I think what they're going to try and do is to start using it in sort of fleet areas. In other words, like for instance, Ford, the first iteration of their driverless vehicle is going to be around the Ford complex using like buses, where the buses go from building to building to building.
At the Glass House?
Yeah, at the Glass House. And so what this is today is to sort of show off the technology that's coming in 2021, which will be used for a ride-sharing service like Uber or Lyft. That's the one that GM has. And so that particular vehicle will be a Ford Fusion without steering wheel and pedals. And that'll be like we're 5 years out from that.
You can have it in any color as long as it's black.
Yes.
Well, if you survive your test drive today, it's been a pleasure working with you for this short amount of time.
Yes, indeed.
Rod Maloney,
So there you
everybody.
go. There you have it.
You know what we need? Thank you, sir. Thank you.
What do we need?
I rescued you from the morning meeting
yes, I know. I gotta go
for
back.
5 whole minutes. The Lions,
Lions.
or depending on if there's a typo, could be the Loins, or as we used to call them, the Lie Downs. But not on this occasion.
Not this year.
They snatched defeat or victory from the jaws of defeat when it appeared that Prater missed the wide right extra point. It seemed like here we go again, same old Lions. And then all they do is march down the field, game-winning field goal. Prater goes from would-be GOAT to hero, seemingly in a matter of seconds, if not minutes. So the Lions are 1-0 on the season, and as I said earlier, don't forget there was a Joey Harrington-led Lions team that once upon a time started the year 6-3, and everybody was all excited. And then that went kersplat, kerplunk, whatever you want to say. Tigers, speaking of kersplat, I feel like I just sat here on Friday wishing for a sweep. What happened, John?
I don't think that that was the case.
They went 1-2 in their 3-game series with the Orioles. Now they're 2 games back. I did tweet over the weekend that the 2006 Cardinals, they only won 83 games. During the same point of the season, that team and this current Tigers team, very similar records. In fact, that Cardinals team that went on to beat the Tigers in the World Series 10 years ago, they went 8-14 down the stretch in the last month of the season. 8-14, made the playoffs and beat the Tigers, shocked the Tigers in the 06 World Series, a World Series Jim Rome called the worst ever. Remember how sloppy the play was, and then the rain out in St. Louis, and the weather was miserable and cold, and I have nothing but bad memories about that 2006 World Series after having been in the stands for the Maglio home run that put us in the World Series. Talk about a letdown. Remember Kenny Rogers with the gunk on the hand, and there's so much to recall from that. Anyway, we will see you coming up at 10 o'clock on Live in the D. We hope you will join us and get our Monday off to a spectacular start. Everybody have a great day, and give us your comments too.
Stay classy, Detroit.